Hello, sparklers, and welcome back to Ignite Your Spark with me, your host, Kim Duff Selby. Thank you for tuning in to All Things Sparkly. I really like to bring you people who will perhaps shine a light on something you did not know about, on something that is going to make your life better, whether it's healing yourself or helping you define your soul purpose, or just helping you live a better, more joyful, more fulfilled life. And today I have Angel, isn't that interesting? I have Rachel Cooley with me, and we're going to talk all about the angels because I've been obsessed with angels since I was a little girl. And Rachel has been an angel therapy practitioner for a long time. She's also a mentor in all things angelic and a certification trainer. And we're going to get into how she got into the world of angels. But I do want to just make a statement here that I met Rachel many years ago in networking groups. I mean, many years ago when angels were not as popular as they are now. So anyway, let's get to it. And thank you, Rachel, for joining me.
Oh, you're welcome, Kim. And thank you so much for having me on your wonderful podcast. I'm so happy to be here with you and your audience.
Thank you. The angels guided you to us because who doesn't love a good angel? I mean, come on. We love the angels.
Oh, we love the angels.
We do. Before we get started on your journey, your path, and talk all things angel, I just want to ask you a question, which I ask my guests at the beginning of each podcast. And that is, how do you ignite your spark?
I love that question. Well, I have to say, I ignite my spark with the angels. I ignite my spark with really being on my life purpose and shining my light bright and bringing the blessings and the light and the guidance and the protection of the angels to all the women that I reach online and in my programs and my one-on-one work as well. It's like I so feel ignited when I work with the angels. There's nothing like it. I love it.
Yeah, it's truly been your purpose for so long. So tell us how you got into working with the angelic realm. It's a good story. So tell the
Yes, it is
audience.
a good story. It is a good story. So I have to say my story, like there's so many ripples I can go back in time with, but I really feel a lot of it came so much from my mom. My mom, who is my wonderful mother, she is Armenian. She is the first generation. So I'm second generation here in the United States. And she grew up with a lot of fear and stress. And then that continued as a theme in her life. And so later in her life, when I was like an older teenager or so, she started taking spiritual classes and she started seeking out spirituality to sort out her life, to figure out how to release fears and stress and worries. And then she started sharing what she was learning with me. And I was really inspired, and she helped me seek solace and support through spirituality when I was really stressed out and worried, because guess what? Ruminations and stresses can get passed down and are passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
So because her parents, survived intensity way back when through the Armenian genocide, she grew up with a lot of fear. And then I got passed down too. So anyway, I had so much relief from spirituality, and it was on my spiritual journey that the angels started coming to me through friends talking to me about the angels and sharing with me books about them.
But then you had a big accident.
An almost accident.
An almost accident.
That
Right,
was
right, right.
prevented.
Yeah.
It was angelically prevented, but you're right. Yes, that was in 98. I was driving with my mom, and what happened was it was winter, and all of a sudden the conditions of the road changed dramatically, and I was driving on black ice. And what happened was I lost control of the car. So there I was driving along, lost control of the vehicle. And in my absolute panic, I braked, Kim, which I know you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But what happened was divine. And that was, I had a calm feeling come over me. Time totally slowed down. There I was sliding on the ice. Calm feeling came over me. And in my left ear, I heard a voice, and I know now it was my angel. And she said, calmly and firmly, get your foot off the brake. And I thought, what? And then I got it again. Calm feeling, get your foot off the brake. I listened, took my foot off the brake, And it was miraculous, Kim, because I also was about 2 lanes over to the left. And I feel like she helped me to steer as well, because I did not hit any other car. I got all the way safely over to the right side of the road, myself and my mom, who was with me in the car. And we landed in a little snowbank on the side of the road. And it was miraculous, truly
Amazing.
miraculous.
So is that the first time you actually heard an angel?
Yeah, that I feel that was the first time that I really, really heard an angelic voice. Before, I feel like my guidance was more through knowing and feelings, which are, these are all different ways in which to receive divine guidance. But it was the clearest, most articulate, wow, like that was not our meant, it was not our time. She wanted to get that direct message to me right in my ear.
And did that then propel you into learning more about the angelic realm?
Yes, it did. So what happened was I have to say, when it first happened, I didn't necessarily think that was my angel, but I knew we were saved by a divine voice.
Right.
And it was within months after that that I was recommended a particular angel book that I went to buy, and that really propelled me on my path. And that was going into 99. In 1999. So here I am on my 24th year. I was guided to this book from a coworker. It felt like a real angelic divine communication. And I got the book, loved it. And then I found out that the speaker was coming locally to the Bay Area, and I went to hear her speak. And the next thing I know, I'm going to a weekend workshop in Orange County with her, an angel workshop. And then I signed up for her certification training back then. That was in 1999.
Yeah, and now angels are all the rage, as
Yes.
are at the angel wings that you see everywhere, which I love. I think it's adorable that people are embracing that. But that was a long time ago. Who was the woman? Who was the
Oh,
author?
it actually was Doreen Virtue.
It was. I've done that too.
It
Yeah,
was, yes. And she's changed her path since then. And we sent her blessings in light. But she
right.
really introduced me, was really my mentor for many years with the angels. And really, she ignited the spark in me to really take this path. And I am very grateful.
Well, I attended a 1 day workshop with her when she was here in San Jose,
Yes.
and she did it with Radley
I
Valentine.
was
And
there.
oh my God.
I was there. I was assisting on the sidelines of the room. I was totally there. It was an angel card, right? Tarot
Yeah,
card.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was there.
Oh,
This
well,
is a
that was,
tarot class.
yes, it was a tarot class. And that was not my introduction to angels or spirituality, but to actual angel cards. I guess that was my
Cool.
intro. Yeah, I wondered if that's who you had trained under. And I know
Yes.
that she has taken a different path, and I was sort of saddened about that. But,
Yes.
everybody has their path, right?
Everyone has their path, exactly. And we wish Doreen well on her path. And
Right.
again, I'm so grateful. And I'm so many people that she's certified. She's certified thousands of people
Oh, yeah.
worldwide in this work. And I feel that everything I learned through her is so potent and powerful to this day, and that it was channeled divinely through her. And then we just move forward with our own, ways that we're guided to
Exactly.
bring that work forward.
That's right. And that's probably what happened is,
Yes.
well, I don't know, is that, the angels, universe, whatever, didn't want the idolatry to happen. She was not to be idolized. It
Yes.
was a way of awakening within everybody who is certified your own power.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Ah,
And it's so exciting also, Kim, because my husband also got certified by her.
wow.
He doesn't do that work in his life, but we had that angelic connection, and I am
Oh,
so grateful. I mean, how amazing is that? I set the intention with the divine and God and the angels before I met my husband Ben, that I had to have a partner that I was spiritually aligned with, because otherwise I couldn't go down that path. How could I be with such a spiritual background, and spirituality and the angels so important to me? I couldn't not have a partner and then husband to support me in this work, and for us
that's
to have this language.
Yes, that is beautiful. So rare. I mean, I've been in the spiritual realm my entire life as well, but I married someone who's very open to what I do, but not as open as that.
Yes.
But
Oh, I
that's
agree.
awesome. That's so good. All
Yes,
right,
so
so
awesome.
let's tell people like how you work with the angels. So you hear them. You are clairaudient, I'm assuming. Are
I
you
have
also
that clear
clairvoyant?
audience. Yes, that's right. That's where we hear the messages. I also have strongly Kim knowing, which is claircognizance.
Clairsentience.
Claircognizance, and the sentience
Right.
is the
It's a
feeling.
feeling. Right. I get
So
some of
yes,
each of them. Yeah. Yeah.
yes. And I want to share with the clear audience, there's different ways of getting those messages, right? So we'll talk about divine
Yeah.
guidance then.
Yeah. Talk about it in regards to angels in particular, because I have had people speak about the different clairs.
Yes.
So I think it's
Okay.
important
To
to speak about
distinguish.
yeah.
The angelic. So within hearing angels, yes, hearing the angels, it could be an experience like I experienced, right? Everyone, I literally heard the message. It was like she literally was speaking in my ear.
Wow.
And it was amazing. But we don't always hear their messages that way. It could also be a voice within your mind, but it's not quite your knowing, but it's a voice in your mind. It could also be that they're bringing you a message in a dream that you auditorily hear. And also, the angels bring us messages through our hearing through other people, such as through your wonderful Ignite podcast.
Interesting. Yes. Well, that's why when you are led to a book, you're led by some divine source to read
Yes.
that book. Or in my case, I liken it to podcasts because I don't really listen back to my own podcast after I've done it, but I do. I look through spiritual development and spirituality. And if I find something
Yes.
interesting, and darn it, don't you know it? It is just what I needed at that moment or
I
that
love
day.
it. I love it. Yes. It
I
was
think
just
what
what you needed.
people, yes, don't do is they don't pay attention.
Right. That's the thing. That's the thing. And that is something to address. And that's what I talk a lot with in my programs with women, because guess what? Ego's voice is loud, right?
Yeah.
The negative voice within us, it can be very loud, and we need to go out of our way to realize, I want to make a change. I want to have more peace. I want to let go of these fears and worries and worst case scenario thoughts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the angels step in with this, and that with our free will choice. And this is really important, Kim, right? We need to consciously give that permission. Like, angels, please help me. Angels, please bring me a message. Please guide me. Please help me to make this decision.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, okay, I have so many questions,
I
but I
know.
know that I have questions about angels not versus, but angels and archangels.
Yes.
And I know that people, because in my past, whatever, in working with angels myself, I have often, not recently, of course, felt like, well, I can't call on Archangel Raphael because he's too busy, because
Oh,
there's so many people. And I want you to address that because
I want to.
yes, please go.
I will address that, because you know what, Kim? The archangels and the angels are completely unlimited. They have no time and space restrictions. And you can call upon Archangel Raphael whatever you want to. You will not take him away from anything, quote unquote, more important, because he can be everywhere simultaneously, worldwide and beyond. Their powers are incredibly amazing. So I want to give you and everyone permission, whenever you need support from Raphael or Michael or your guardian angels, and we'll talk about those distinctions in a little bit.
Yeah.
You can do so, and you are worthy of doing that as part of one of your divine birthright blessings, to receive angelic support 24/7, anytime, 365.
But they're not going to know unless we ask.
We need to ask. However, there's one exception.
Yeah.
And my
Guardian.
story where I was sliding on that ice with my mom is an example, in that I
Yes.
literally didn't ask for help in that moment because it was all happening so fast. But if it's not our time, they will intervene. They will step in. Miracles will happen.
Yeah, I love it. And is that our guardian angel? Would that be, and do we have more than one guardian angel? And let's talk about the distinction between the guardian angels, which are just for us, that we are born with,
Yes.
and then other angels.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the distinction. So guardian angels, we all are assigned, Kim and everyone, 2 or more guardian angels to be with us our entire lives. So whether or not, isn't that beautiful? So whether or not you were aware of that before, and this could be your introduction to that, welcome. Your angels are with you. They're by your side. So they are there to help you. They're there to support you. They're there to comfort you and help to release you from stress and worries. And so with you now learning about it, or being reminded, if you already knew about it, feel free to ask them for help, to ask them for guidance. So again, the guardian angels are assigned to us for life. They're with us for our entire time here in our incarnation. And I really feel that they're with us will be transition as well when that time comes in our lives. So so that's the guardian angels. And
Okay.
also the archangels, and then we'll talk about angels. So the
Well,
archangels,
I'm going to interrupt for 1 second
please.
before you do that, because we know the archangel names, or you and I do, and
Yes.
I don't know all of the properties or some of them. But is it important in your estimation to know the names of our guardian angels?
We don't have to know them. We can ask them to give them to us, but it's not important that we know them. But it is kind of extra special to know them. And that's one of the things that I do with my clients in my programs with the women I support, and also one-on-one, and helping them to tap into what are the names of their guardian angels.
Okay. I had always heard that it gives more power and strength to the connection if you know the name. This is when I was a little girl, though, a long
Right.
time ago. And I
Right.
don't know that is necessarily so. And I have some names. I think I have four, and I have names in my mind. But
Great.
as one of the women I've interviewed, Tina Zion, who's a medical intuitive who teaches people to do that, she said, you can't make this shit up. You know,
Right.
when you are hearing something, you think it's your imagination, but it's not. It's
Right.
really not.
You're getting that. And then I
Yeah,
want to invite you as well, Kim, around that, around the names that you're getting. You could ask them to confirm their names
yeah,
and be
yeah.
unattached to how they do it.
Right, right.
Right.
I
And it's
certainly
pretty
hope
miraculous.
I hope it's their names, Rachel, because I've been calling on them for a long time
I
now.
bet you they are. I mean, because it feels so right to you. I have a quick story if you
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
hear about one
Tell
of my
me, tell
guardian
me.
angels. I got the name of Daisy one day when I was connecting with my guardian angels, and I was zooming in on, this particular angel. I got the name Daisy. And that same day I went to two bookstores, and one of them there was Daisy and the name of a book. I can't remember if it was the author or the title. And
Huh?
that same day at another bookstore, the young woman who helped me at the register, name tag Daisy.
Daisy.
Same
Oh, I love
day.
it. Yeah, I think we are being taught or encouraged to listen to ourselves and be aware. Because if you were not aware of that, you might have just let it bypass. So I'm always looking for signs and symbols, and I
Yes.
invite everybody else to do that as well. But back to you. And
I encourage it as well, because that's one of the main ways the angels communicate with us, Kim, is through signs.
mm, those
Yes.
feathers on the ground. Yeah,
Feathers, yet feathers are no accident when you find them.
right, right. I,
Yes.
I, I mean, this is random, but I found the most beautiful, probably a year or so ago, beautiful little feather in my living room. I mean, it was beautiful. It was probably from one of the cushions, a stuffing of the cushion or something that came out. But it was so unique and so beautiful. I'm like, well, thank you. I'm going to say that was a gift from the angels.
Absolutely.
I have,
Absolutely. I
I have all,
noticed
oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
have your
Anyway,
feathers.
yeah, I do. Okay.
Okay,
So
so where should we go
back
next?
to, well, the distinction between angels and archangels, maybe.
Yes. Okay. So the angels are the messengers of God, and their name is derived from the Greek word angelos, which is angel, and it is messenger of God. So they're the messengers of God. They are very much connected to God. So it's okay to pray to God and the angels, or the angels. They're all connected. They're all one. The archangels are the chief messengers of God. The archangel, arch is chief messengers of God. There are many archangels. There's 15 primary, and there's even more beyond that. And the majority of us have learned about the four in particular, Michael, the archangel of protection, Raphael, our archangel of healing, and Gabriel, which is our archangel of announcements, speakers, communication. Yes, you are. Gabriel, I feel, is so
Yes.
strongly present with you, Kim.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we also have Uriel, the archangel of divine illumination, messengers, and also receiving inspiration through our thoughts,
Mm.
through brilliant ideas.
I love this. I love the angels.
Aren't they great? We love you, angels,
Yes,
so
we
much.
do. And in fact, I do a daily meditation prayer kind of thing,
Nice.
and it's I also sort of thank them all. Jophiel, because she's the angel of joy and beauty, and
Yes.
whenever I need some beauty in my house, or I'm looking at something, I'm like, oh, I need Archangel Jophiel's assistance, and then the joy. she will just lighten you up and bring you joy.
Oh,
And
yes, yes.
I,
Oh,
I,
yes. She's amazing.
I think that there is a lot to the archangels, and certain people are going to resonate with certain archangels. Do you haven't written a book yet, have you?
Well, I'm a co-author in a book, by the way.
Oh, do
And
tell.
it's called 365 Days of Angel Prayers.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, and we could probably put the link below,
Yeah, we'll do that.
when you publish the podcast. Yeah, it's a book, it's a compilation of angel prayers, a prayer for every day of the year. And I am in 5 of the prayers in that book.
Oh, I love it. That's wonderful. But I guess what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of is a resource. I guess you could just go online to look at all the archangel names and what their specialties are in case you needed that. Like, I also love Archangel Chamuel because he's the eyes of God. And when
Yes.
I am missing something, I say, Archangel Chamuel, please help me find X, Y, and Z.
Yes, yes. He's our
Yeah.
finding archangel, and he helps us to find what we're looking for, whether it's a lost object or it's a job, it's a home, it's your partner, your soulmate.
Mm.
Shamuel can help you to find what you're looking for, everyone. He's incredible, as Kim shared, a very powerful archangel to call upon. I've had numerous times where I've asked him to help me find something, and a number of times I've actually gotten an image in my mind's eye of where to go look. Hey, you too?
Me too. Me too.
And
Me
it's
too.
like the majority of the time, it's like been there, or I even think his name and I find it in that instant.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I know people think that I'm a little woo woo, because we
Hey, we love
are,
woo. Yeah.
but we're also, based in reality here. But,
Yes.
whatever, it's going to reach the right people. So, in terms of the angels, now, archangels never embodied on the earth. Is that correct?
Well, it is ultimately correct in that the angels have not actually been incarnated. However, there's an exception here, which is pretty amazing. The archangels, and especially Archangel Michael, has been known to take on a human body to help someone with a situation and then disappear.
Ooh, groovy. Love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
and so we know that there's the archangels. I would love to, I guess there's some place we could just Google and say the archangels and their properties or what they're known
Yes,
for. But
absolutely.
yeah, that I think I keep meaning to do that because I know my certain 7 or whatever, and
Yes.
I just don't know. And then I don't know if you ever followed Diana Cooper.
Yes, I love Diana Cooper.
That was the first.
She's fabulous.
Oh, that was the first book I read, and then her first book in 1990. I mean, it's like typewritten
Yes.
or whatever it is. And she also, when I listened to her, has archangels I'd never even heard of.
Yeah,
So
I know
you
it's
said
very
there were
interesting.
more. Yeah, than just the
Myself as well.
15.
She's been tapping into archangels that are new to me as well, and I'm realizing how incredibly powerful they are in addition to our traditional quote unquote archangels.
Right.
And this is something I also really do a lot more in depth with the women who are, I work with in my programs and everything, that we really dive in even more deeply into all the archangels and how they can support you in your life. So powerful.
So great. Rachel, what is the difference then between angels? Let's talk about angels. Tell us about
Let's
that.
talk about angels. So again, the angels, messengers of God, they're here to support us in our lives. And it's really interesting. It's like the angels that are not necessarily our guardian angels or the archangels, they are available to help anyone and everyone who needs help. So they are like on-call angels to be there in the moment, to whisk in and to support a situation, whatever is happening, whether it's, an intense situation such as an earthquake, which is obviously they had an intense one recently in Turkey. They're right there. They are also helping out in hospitals, with people that are ill or in their homes that are ill. They've been extra active the last few years.
Yes, I imagine.
And a realm of those angels is the healing angels that are connected to Raphael also.
Oh, of course. And do you need to, if you want to call on an angel in a specific situation, just say, I need some angelic help? Or
yeah, it could be, there's various ways. And ultimately, the main thing is that we ask, there's not a specific way it has to be this way. It could even be angels, like, angels, help me now. Or it could even be, angels, are you there? They'll answer to that too. Or it could be, angels, please help me now. Or it could be even more specific. Angels, please help me with the situation with my husband, with my son, with my daughter, whatever it is.
Oh, that's beautiful. What came to me just now is that I also, and I know you believe this, is very important to thank them after they have
Yes,
assisted you.
thanking them.
Always thank
They
you.
love to be thanked.
Yeah, yeah. And as I have learned over the years, they have quite a sense of humor too.
Yes, they
So
do. They do have a good sense of humor, absolutely. And Archangel Michael especially has a great sense
yeah,
of humor, which is pretty cool.
I love it. Now, are people who uh, have angels been incarnate, or some, not all?
So ultimately they have not been in human form. So and this is where I explain this a lot with the women who I work with, is that our loved ones who have transitioned, they can act as angels for us in our lives, but they aren't actually angels because the
Okay.
angels have not been incarnated, all except for the exception of Archangel Michael incarnating to help with the situation and then disappearing.
Beautiful. I love
Right?
it. You have explained everything I need. I love it. I hope people have also, I love it. I mean, I could talk about this forever, but let's get to
Yes.
a little angel card reading because you
Ooh.
have a YouTube channel, which upon which you are very, or within which I should say, you are very prolific.
Yes.
And I just want, and we will put this on YouTube for those of you listening, but let's do a little
Yes.
angel card reading, a taste of what you do. I don't,
Yes.
whatever you feel so called to
Let's
do.
do a taste of what I do. This is one of the many things I do with the angels, one of them being angel card readings, but also receiving divine guidance through the messages that they're bringing through me. And
Yeah.
also, I do angelic prayers and meditations and clearings, which is my forte. And I love
Oh,
the cards as
yeah.
well. So yeah, there's so much more beyond, but the cards are really sweet. They're a wonderful, direct way to get messages, especially if you're really stressed. Right?
Oh,
You're like, I'm
yes.
not
And
feeling calm to get a message. What was that?
aren't we always?
We
You
pretty
know,
much, yeah, it's been pretty stressful in our
yeah,
nervous systems.
yeah,
Actually, seriously, our nervous systems have been through a lot the last
yeah.
few years. And we need to really care for ourselves even more. And the angels are here to step in to help us with our self-care.
Mm. I just honestly feel so light right now talking to you. And
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I feel different just being in your presence. Not that
Oh,
I'm not usually happy, but I feel different. And I really encourage people who are listening, if you have any interest in this, to seek you out.
yes,
Because you
please.
really bring an angelic presence to all you do. So let's do a little reading.
Yes.
I know this isn't all you do, but it's something people can understand because
Yes,
we're all
yes, it's like a
are.
taste of like the work that I do. So
Right.
yeah, and I really over all the years I've been working with the angels, they've embodied in me so much that I feel that that's part of what you're experiencing is this the essence is coming
Yeah.
through and radiating out because their light is so beautiful and bright, and I've embraced it so much in my life, right? To ignite that
Yeah.
spark, the angelic spark. And that is one of my biggest passions, Kim, is to share this spark with the angels with as many people as possible, right? I especially
Yeah.
support women, but I also want to bring men this support as well,
Sure. Yeah.
and these beautiful blessings. And it's really beautiful, for all of us to receive the support.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm here for it.
All right, cool. So let's get a couple messages from Archangel Michael. So this is
Okay.
a deck that I've worked with for years now. It's the Archangel Michael cards. They've been around for quite a long time. They're
I have
actually
them.
pretty much a collector's item now. Yes.
Ooh.
Because you can't buy them. They're not being published anymore. Do you have it right behind you?
Oh no, that is my Colette Baron Reed.
Oh,
It's
I
over
love Colette
there.
Baron Reed too.
Yeah,
She's
it's in a
great. She's
different
also
place.
with Hay House, right? Because these
Yeah, yeah.
cards I think are from Hay House. So what I do is I knock on the cards to clear the energy, and I just ask, right, Archangel Michael, what would you like us to know right now? And he's bringing me a message immediately. He wants us to let go of fear, Kim.
Yeah. Well, that's
Let
me.
go of
Yeah.
fear. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
theme in my life as well, which is why one of the reasons I really love the angelic support to release
Wow.
fear, stress, and worries, right? So he's saying, let go of fear now. And the additional prayer is, Archangel Michael, please help me to feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings,
Perfect. Yeah.
right? Because our
Beautiful.
ego thoughts are intense, they're dense. And
Yeah.
Archangel Michael is a master at transmuting negativity, fear, stress, and worries. So through this card, this is an invitation to say, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me to let go of fear right now. And
Beautiful.
breathing in and out, breathing in his light. And exhaling that fear, letting it go, and doing it several times. That's one of the things that I guide my clients through, and the women in my sisterhood. I have an angel sisterhood group on Facebook as well. And I brought that to them also, breathing in the light of the angels and exhaling it out, the light of Michael. And his color is purple. So we invite you, Michael, to surround us right now with your royal blue and purple lights, bringing us blessings. So that's the first message from Michael. He has another one for us.
Great.
Let's find out what that is. I love being in the moment. He is sharing with us that we are guarded and protected. So look at this incredible message. So if you're listening, right, there's an image of Archangel Michael with a sword of light and his amazing angelic wings, and he's very strong, so showing protection. So he is assuring us that we are guarded and protected.
Great.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah. Wow. Rachel, thank you. You are amazing. So you tell me about all the different things you have. I know you have so many offerings for women, and I could really talk to you longer because I'm sort of interested in how also you think that the world has changed from when you began to now, when we are getting to the fifth dimension and portals are opening and people are really just opening up their own intuition. What a change, right?
Oh, such a big change. Absolutely. And yeah, maybe we can do another conversation about that. I would love it.
Yeah. Because that's a big one. That's going to be a big one for sure.
That is a big one.
I mean, you are truly a gift, and I'm so blessed that you said yes, and that, our paths have now reconnected. And speaking of reconnected, tell me, I'll put it in the show notes, but what your offerings are.
Yeah, my offerings are numerous. And so I'll start out with that. I do have a YouTube channel. It's Rachel Cooley 444. And in it, I post my weekly angel card reading videos and other videos also with the angels. So that's a resource. I also have an angel sisterhood on Facebook called the Angel Sisterhood for Divinely Thriving Women. So would love to have you join us. Yes. So that's receiving angelic support. And I also have a series on there currently called Angelic Connections Lives on Fridays. And I have an upcoming masterclass happening, the 7 Steps to Live a Miraculous Life with the Angels. So you can stay tuned to that as well. My website is rachelcooley.com. And I have a free gift for your listeners. And that is, I want to make sure I got the correct name for the right one. And that is 3 angelic keys to amplify healing and blessings for you and your clients, or really you and your life. So we'll be putting that link in the show notes, right, Kim?
Yep.
That'll be great. Yep. So this is a gift for women just to tap into what is possible with the miraculous angels by your side and to go deeper into that experience and how they can support you in your life. It's really amazing. And through that link, you can also access my Angel Sisterhood group.
Wonderful. I feel angelically supported right now. As I said, I can't speak highly enough of how I feel.
Yes.
And I think by going to your Facebook group, you will just get that sort of divine inspiration without this wonderful opportunity that I've had to speak with you in person.
Yes, it's a great way. Yeah, it's a great introduction to my work. And then deeper than that, I have an angelic sanctuary journey program for women, as well as an angel certification training as well.
Awesome. So many great offerings from the angels through Rachel. I love it.
Yes. Thanks so much, Kim. Oh, you're welcome. It's been a joy.
It has been such a pleasure. Thank you. As we say 3 times, and so it is. But I do want to invite all of you sparklers, if you enjoyed this episode on angels, to please share it with people and comment and like and subscribe to the podcast if you feel so motivated or so moved angelically. I'm asking the angels to please have you do that, because that will get the word out to more people. It's strictly all about igniting sparks everywhere so that we are all filled with more angelic light as well.
Yes. So beautiful. I love it, Kim. It's so your show name is just so perfect.
Thank you.
Right. And it's totally you, because you ignite love and light and sparks in all of us.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Go out and shine on, my angel listeners.
Shine on, everyone. Many blessings. Bye for now.
Yes.